Welcome, wrestling fans, to another edition of NWA On Fire. I'm Ricky O, along with Tommy Savoli, and we're going to take you through a little bit of a recap of what you saw last week between the Golden Boy and Juicy Justin.
Oh, yeah, we are, and I'll tell you what, it was one heck of a match. They 100% Golden Boy, full out.
Full out brawl with a bunch of lefts and rights and kicks and punches and some wrestling mixed in between.
Oh, yeah, and I tell you what, Juicy Justin had a little bit of a score to settle. He tried his best, and you have the Golden Boy, who's now a new member of the Players Club.
And then you saw the Logan brothers taking on the Latin Hit Squad. Folks, this one had a little bit of everything also, and some brass knuckles.
This was a riot.
Chico and Paco did everything they could to try to defeat the Logan brothers, but they came up a little short, getting disqualified when Lefty Sanchez found a pair of brass knuckles.
Well, I tell you what, that Latin Hit Squad, they're nothing more than street fighters. They use anything that they can get. You know, there's nothing holds them back.
And then we saw the Giant Pharaoh doing business with Danny Inferno.
That was a shocker. Ricky O, I got to tell you what, I was shocked to see him come out there. I was kind of wondering where his two compadres were, the Baby and Cactus, and then all of a sudden, who walks out? The Giant.
Folks, Apollo gave Danny Inferno a beating that he'll never forget, which culminated in this face plant and a 1-2-3.
Well, I tell you what, he did give him a beating, but I tell you what, I got to say that he held his own. He held his own.
Non-title matchup, but instantly becoming the #1 contender. Apollo has set a precedent, folks. He's pinned the champion.
I'm looking forward to the next matchup between these two guys.
And then out of nowhere, the Giant Pharaoh hit the ring and chokeslam.
That was I don't know what to say. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, once again, me, Tommy from Tommy's Corner. Next to me, I have the great Apollo. This man has been around the world, and I mean around and up and down. He's a giant of a man, and he just came to the NWA On Fire. Apollo, what brought you here, NWA?
What brought me here? First of all, everybody's talking about NWA. The world's talking about NWA, but I got a good friend of mine, Big Rick Fuller. He gave me a phone call, and he told me that he needed me here. So I'm here for him, I'm here for the world, I'm here for everybody here in NWA.
Hey, you heard it. Chaos and destruction. They're going to leave a wide path up. You heard it first right here on Tommy's Corner. Be there.
NWA On Fire goes live on tour February 6th, Fairfield Community Center. Special mixed tag team match, Naughty Adriana and Cousin Larry versus Miss Alicia and Sonny Roselli. Saturday, February 7th, Mexico, Maine, Mexico Recreation Center. Featured match, 4-team, 8-man tag team match. Sunday, February 8th, NWA On Fire returns to Springvale, Maine at the Nassau Community Center. Special bell time, 6 p.m. Featured match, Giant Pharaoh and Danny Inferno will take on the team of Big Rick Fuller and the Mighty Apollo, better known as Chaos and Destruction. Sunday, special 6 p.m. start time, the Nassau Community Center, Springvale, Maine. Don't miss the NWA On Fire live on tour. Be there.
Tommy, we're back with a newcomer here, Tomasio Ciampa.
Well, I got to tell you something. I'm looking at this fella, and I got to tell you one thing. He's playing to a tune that we don't hear. You know, this is a little off the wall. What do you think?
No, I think absolutely a little bit of a weird persona about this guy, Tommy.
You know, I don't know where he gets his haircuts, but he ought to get a hold of that barber and give him a smack right in the head, because that's the weirdest haircut I've ever seen in my life. Have you ever seen anything like that? A hairdo like that?
I don't know what he's staring at. I don't know what he's doing.
I have no. It looks like he's in a trance.
Tommy, this guy's got a little bit of everything. He's got a nice physique. He comes to us with a pedigree of a very good professional wrestling background, but he's staring at a sky with a haircut that looks like a cross between Damian DeMonto and Little Guido.
You got that right. You got that right.
And who else but Big John gets to break him in his first match here Big John, the 6'5", 280-pound Maine man, actually. This guy's right from the home state of Maine.
Oh, yeah. He's
a favorite with the crowds, and we'll see what he could do.
He's a Mainite. He's one tough dude, and he knows his profession. This Tommaso, I tell you, kind of throws me off. What is that action? What is he, a Playboy girl or what? What's going on here?
A Playboy girl. Only Tommy. I don't know, Tommy. That's a Tommyism right there. Yogi Berra's got nothing on you, but I'll tell you what. I don't know who he thinks he is. If I was Big John right now, I'd run over and field goal punt him in his backside.
Well, the problem is he said it before it was said, and he couldn't understand what he was saying when he got there.
Having a little fun at the expense of the referee here. Big John a little bit more traditional with the checking.
Big John is a traditional wrestler. He's in there to wrestle. That's what he's in there to do. He's not in there to play boy or do anything like that. He's just in there to prove a point, show what he can do. He's a typical Mainite. He's a tough person.
Tommy, while we got a little lull in the action, why don't you tell us about the 6th and 7th in Mexico?
Oh, yeah, listen, I got to tell you, we got some really great cards coming up. February 6th in Fairfield, Maine Community Center, Fairfield, Maine. Tickets going to be on sale at Joseph's Sporting Goods in Fairfield and Colleges Carry Out in Augusta, Maine. And this one you got to see. This is going to feature the stars from NWA On Fire with a special mixed tag team match. That's right. Ladies and men together, tagged up together. One side is going to be Naughty Andriana, Andriana and Cousin Larry. And the other side is going to be Miss Alicia and Sonny Roselli. That alone with Sonny Roselli and Cousin Larry ought to really get your attention because this is going to be a heck of a match. That's Friday night, February 6th, 7:30 bell time at the Fairfield Community Center. And then we're going on February 8th, we're going to Nassau Community Center. This is one of my favorite places. I like that place. That's a great place. Tickets on sale, Moe's Italian Sandwich Shop, Stanford, Maine, and Nassau Community Center in Springfield. The featured match is going to be Giant Pharaoh and Danny Inferno. We'll take the team of Big Rick Fuller and Mighty Apollo. That's Chaos and Destruction. That's going to be a heck of a tag team match. Sunday, 6 o'clock start time on this one. And that's going to be Nassau Community Center, Springvale, Maine. Don't miss the NWA On Fire Live. Be there.
Folks, back to the action in the ring. Big John with the upper hand on Tommaso Ciampa. I think he rearranged some of the dental work there.
It looks that way, doesn't it? What does he want the ref to do?
This guy
realign his teeth? I mean, what's going on here?
I haven't seen a stall technician like this since Larry Zbyszko back in the Larry Land days.
I tell you what, Larry was something else, but this guy takes the cake altogether.
Larry Zbyszko holds the unofficial record for stalling in a professional wrestling match of 16 minutes.
Oh, he was something else, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Finally, we get back to some action here. Side headlock by Tommaso. Big John.
Big John knows what he's doing here.
Off
Watch
the ropes.
this.
Clothesline.
Oh, yeah, that straightened out his hairdo.
Once again, calling a timeout.
There he goes, out the rope again.
I don't like this kind of wrestling, Tommy. I want to see action. I don't want to see stalling and pretty boy.
I tell you, I don't like it either. I tell you what, Big John is going to take over this match. I tell you what, he's going to give you a little bit of action right now.